Hey, what's going on, my YouTube fam, my DoorDash family? This is Dashing in the 40s. Just bringing you just a short clip of my summary for today, Monday, November 17th. So, essentially, I wasn't going to make any kind of content today because I have like a long day tomorrow, and I'll be bringing you 8 hours of content tomorrow. So I wasn't gonna do anything, and I thought it was gonna be slow today. It actually turned out to be, somewhat busy after a very, very slow start. So I'm just gonna put together just this little clip just to kind of just show you. I didn't get a lot of offers. I literally only had 8 offers today for 6.5 hours. I did take a McDonald's order when I first logged in this morning, 425. It wasn't going very far. I was like 0.8. I don't have all the mileage screenshots. But it was like 0.8 miles. So I did that one, got that one completed pretty quickly. And then I sat and I sat and I sat for the rest of that hour. Nothing. I literally didn't get nothing. I was like 425 for the first hour. I was kind of like, in my feels, and I was like, man, maybe I should just pack it up and come back a little bit later. I don't know. I don't like to just sit around. I get too anxious. I have to be, doing something. So I moved. I just said, you know what, let me just move to the other side of the parking lot. And I did. And I got this order for Best Buy and Panera for $29.86. It was a good order. Three things at Best Buy. It was literally a microphone, a mic stand, and a pack of batteries. I was just hoping they had it in stock because, with Best Buy, you never know. Sometimes, it's not finding the items, it's whether the items are in stock or not. But they had everything in stock, so it was a pretty easy shop. And then I grabbed Panera. I was already ready when I got there. I did get a $6 order for Torchy's Tacos, and $8.50 for Chipotle. The good thing is with that Chipotle order is actually was going to Comfort Dental to drop off with the receptionist. And then as I was coming out Comfort Dental and I was walking to my car, I got pinged for Pet Supplies Plus, which I never even heard of that store, but I literally looked up because it said I was already there, and it was right in front of me. So I guess I had parked in front of Pet Supplies Plus when I walked into Comfort Dental to drop off the Chipotle order. So obviously $25.50. Now that one was for about 10 miles because it was actually going back towards my house. So I did pick up that one, $25.50. It was a bag of dog food for about 10 miles. Easy. I love when I get these kind of shopping orders, $29, $25. Especially when they're easy shops too. It makes for an easy day. But I dropped that off as I was coming back up into zone. I got hit with Panera again. That one was for $7. And then I don't have the screenshot here of the one there was one that I declined. It was a shopping order. It was for Michael's again. I'm not doing that. I did take the Target one for $13.75. It was literally shopping 5 items, 2 plastic hangers, black plastic hangers, and then there was 3 food items. It was a pretty easy shop for $13.75, and it was going like 4 or 5 miles. It wasn't even that far. And then I got the order for Misi Italian, which, looking at the time, I was like, oh man, my daughter's soccer game's about to start, pretty soon. So I dropped that off. Then I was able to get there on time. So I ended at 3:41. Her game was at 4:15. So it gave me time to get over there and find parking. But yeah, 9:07 to 3:41. So, it was not the best because, if you go off of the dollar per hour, I don't have the math on me, but I think it's like $15 or somewhere around there for today. So not the best, but starting from $4 an hour and even working my way up to almost $16 an hour, is a jump. And thank for those couple of, bigger orders that really helped out right there. So that was my Monday, 102.86 for 6.5 hours. So yeah, it was okay. Basically Mondays, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I set, a 1 to 150, goal. And then obviously a little bit more on the weekends because, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are by far the slowest days. At least in my market. Thursdays is like the wild card for me because, it can either be really dead or it can be really busy. Then obviously Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is pretty busy. So, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, I never expect too much. That's why I always set my goal in between 1 and 150 for those days, just because, either it's going to be really busy and I'll get to 150, or it's going to be really slow and I'll just try to get to 100 and call it a day. So tomorrow, I'm going to put in a full 8 hours. And then Wednesday, my daughter has her last soccer game, for the year. So I'll make sure I'll go to that one on Wednesday and then gear up for the weekend. So that's it, folks. I hope you had a good day. If we're out there driving, hopefully you made some good money, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.